FlossTube friends. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Saturday, March 15th at approximately 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm coming to you today with a well overdue FlossTube update. If you're new to my channel, thank you very much for stopping by. This is my YouTube channel where I talk mainly about cross stitch and do some other crafts and some other hobbies of mine, including most recently, hopefully, going forward, also video game streaming. I am kind of delving into that as well. But tonight's episode is about cross stitch. So if you're brand new, thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you'll find something here that will pique your curiosity or enable you to maybe start a new craft or to get your stitchy bug back or to just enjoy things I have to share with you tonight. So thank you very much for stopping by. If you're a returning watcher, thank you very much. I really enjoy spending time with friends here on YouTube, and you're no different. Returning or new watchers, you're welcome to become a part of my friend group here on YouTube. As long as you watch and as long as you keep coming back, you're a friend of mine. So thank you very much and welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, I really love and appreciate all of my dear friends here on YouTube. So thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you'll get some interesting, enabling, possibly just some inspiration to maybe start something new. I don't have a whole lot of actual stitchy updates to share with you today. I need to get my desk cleared off a little bit. And I have a little bit of a life update for you, sort of. Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks here. If you've watched my videos anytime recently, you know that work has required that everybody finally returned to the office 5 days a week. That started March 3rd for us. Luckily, last week, which was last week, luckily for me, I had last Thursday and Friday off. And this week was my first full week in the office, and I hated it. So normally on Thursdays and Fridays, I would work right here. This would be my home office for 2 days out of my work week. And unfortunately, this week, I wasn't down here. So it's been a little kind of nice, or not nice, but it's been kind of a nice little revisit to come down here today and film this for you. Because I've missed being down here. I've missed sitting in front of my setup. So right when they first announced that we were returning to the office, through the pandemic, they had an equipment reimbursement policy for people working from home, that you could go and replace your computer and monitors and stuff up to a certain dollar amount to maintain your work from home work environment, laptop situation, whatever, your computer situation, to enable you to work from home. And so when they announced the return to office towards the end of January, my husband and I were kind of looking at getting my laptop replaced, because my laptop was 4 or 5 years old and it was starting to show signs of aging. And I went out at the end of February, and right before, like a week before the whole return to office came through, I went and got a new laptop and two new monitors. I have two 27-inch monitors here and over here, and over here. So I have a nice little 3 monitor with the laptop monitor. I have a nice 3 monitor like spread right in front of me, so it's really nice. But I submitted it for reimbursement and got the reimbursement for the equipment 2 days later after I submitted it. So I was really happy to get that in before they did away with this program. So that was really nice. So I'm actually kind of still really getting used to my whole new setup down here. And also I need to take my old laptop, which is behind me, plugged in, and just kind of sitting there waiting for me to pull all my files and all my other stuff that I'd like to get off of the hard drive and transferred over to my new laptop. So anyway, that is that. We did start back in the office full time last week, and I was pretty tired yesterday. It's amazing how being forced to be in an environment with several hundred to 1,000 people can be really draining physically, emotionally, and everything else like that. Um, I am really going to be missing working from home. And I really wish that the company would kind of rescind their full time in the office requirement and let everybody at least go back to a hybrid schedule of working from home because um, I really much prefer having 2 days at home rather than having to be in the office 5 days a week. The other thing that really sucks about being in the office is we don't have assigned desks. So we come into the office and you have to find an open desk to sit. Since I get in the office at 9:30 in the morning every morning, because I am responsible for taking my husband to work and picking him up at night, um, I can't get into work any earlier than about 9:30. And that means that most people are already in the office and most people have taken up desks. So it might take me 20 to 30 minutes before I find an open desk in the building and to sit down, get signed in, get everything set up, and start working. It could be 30 to 45 minutes before I'm even ready to start my day when I walk into the building, which is kind of a pain in the ass. To be frank, I am not going to apologize for my language, but it is a royal pain in the ass to just find a seat somewhere to sit. And I have to say, in the 9 days that I have been in the office, no, the 8 days that I have been in the office the last 2 weeks, I sat with my team one of those 8 days. The rest of the time, um, I haven't been anywhere near anybody in my team just because there are no open desks near where we were usually sitting. Um, and I hate it because every time you show up at a different desk, everything is not necessarily the way that you feel comfortable having them. So you have to kind of rearrange monitors a little bit, move things around, move things out of your way. I have resorted to bringing in my own keyboard and mouse just because I don't want to have to clean off everything every time I sit at a desk and every time I leave. I'd rather just have my own stuff, plug it in, and take it home with me every night. So nobody's messing with my keyboard and my mouse. So that's what I've been doing. Um, I moved all my stuff into one of those rolling craft carts because now I need a rolling desk. We don't have a way to lock anything up. We can't keep any personal effects at work. We can't keep any desk supplies at work. So everything that we use throughout the day has to be taken home with us every single night. And it's a royal fucking pain in the ass. So yes, I just dropped an F bomb, but anyway, it's just a royal pain in the patootie. And I'm really, really, really sorely missing the ability to work from home. Um, my husband did give me his blessing if it got to be too much and I needed to find something else. Um, he did give me his blessing to go ahead and do so. I'm keeping options open. I have a couple of things that I'm probably going to be looking into, um, just to have maybe a plan B. Um, but anyway, yeah, return to office has been a pain in the royal ass, and I'm really tired. I noticed it this week. This is my first full week back in the office, and I noticed it tremendously on Thursday night and Friday night that I was just tired. I don't know what it was about working from home, but it's so much more relaxing and just not as stress inducing as being forced to be with a couple thousand people in the work environment and dealing with the noises and everything in an extra 2 days a week. I liked being down here in my basement, surrounded by my stuff, and being able to get up and stretch and just kind of do whatever I want without feeling like somebody's watching every move I make. Being able to kind of take a little extra time, maybe take a walk down the street, walk outside to get mail, work a little extra at night since I'm required to be in the office 8 hours a day. When I leave, I'm not logging in when I get back home. Um, they require me to be in the office that amount of time. Well, I'm in the office that amount of time, and that's all you get from me. So, yeah, I could very well log into work this weekend and work. I'm not doing it. If you would let me work from home, you know, there were nights when sometimes I'd work an extra hour, hour and a half, 2 hours after my normal shift for the day because it was something I was working on. I just wanted to get it done for the, so it's not hanging over my head and it's done for the day. I would stay logged in, go upstairs, eat dinner, come back and work for another hour, hour and a half. I'm not doing that anymore. Um, I sign off at physically at work and I'm done for the day. That's it. That's all you get for me. Yeah, so there's that. One of the other big things. So 20 years ago, way back in 2005, I did kind of a random thing and I joined our local roller derby league. Um, a a couple of ladies decided that they wanted to start a women's flat track roller derby league here in Columbus. And this was back in 2004, 2005. So they were trying to pique interest through 2004 and 2005 for roller derby. And I caught wind of it. I caught wind of it. And I a couple of friends went, a couple of our friends, our gaming friends, we used to get together with friends on Friday night and have dinner at a local mall and hang out for the night and go grab coffee and go to bookstores and just do fun things together. Well, they had mentioned at the recent Comfest, which was a local community festival here, that they got approached by a couple of ladies on skates who were trying to drum up support and interest in starting a roller derby league here in Columbus. And I have a thing on my glasses that was bothering me. Anyway, so my one friend that got the flyer said, "Hey, that might be kind of fun. Maybe we should go see a couple of games when they get started." And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, hell, I can roller skate. It can't be that hard. I'm going to see what it's about. And I'm going to maybe sign up and play roller derby. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? And I didn't tell any of my friends. I told my husband. So I showed up at the skating rink, which was not nearby my house, on a Sunday afternoon because they were doing Sunday afternoon open skates, just to kind of drum up interest. And I showed up, met a couple of the ladies that were starting the group, and skated with them that afternoon. And then they invited me back for practice on Tuesday night. They had rented out the skating rink for practice on Tuesday night. So Tuesday night that week, I went to the skating rink to watch practice. They let me in, and I sat there and watched their practice. And I was there with another lady. Her name is Rose, and we were watching the practice, and we were like, "Hey, this could be kind of fun. I can skate. Can you skate? Yeah, I can skate. I grew up roller skating. You know, we roller skated out in California when I was growing up." And we signed the paperwork. We joined. And the following practice session, the closed practice session, we showed up, had our skates, got all our stuff, hit the track, and that was it. So that was back in 2005 or very early 2005. So I joined roller derby. I want to share with you, since this is the 20th anniversary, March 29th, their home game against Cincinnati and Black and Bluegrass Roller Girls from Kentucky, or Roller Derby from Kentucky. Um, they are having a home bout, and it's the 20th anniversary of the Ohio Roller Derby League, and they are celebrating their 20th year of roller derby here in Columbus. And they're inviting all the alumni back for a special event that night. I already have a season pass, so I was already going to go, but I want to show you this. Let me make this full screen. This you'll get a kick out of this. So this is a picture of me from 2005 as Lightning Bug from Ohio Roller Derby, number 4569, which, if you look on a telephone keypad, spells out the word glow, GLOW. 4569 is GLOW on a telephone keypad. So, when the lady and I first joined together, um, I thought you'd get a fun kick out of that. Um, anyway, um, fun kick. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. The night that we were sitting there, we were trying to think of it. We were trying to think of a name and trying to think of our names and trying to think of our names because we were told that we had to come up with skate names for us because many people weren't at that point in time back in 2005. There weren't hardly any people skating under their real names. Everybody was coming up with skate names based on like some of the icons from roller derbies in the 70s. And so I knew that my nickname growing up was Bug, and I wanted something with that. So I was like, you know what? She goes, how about Lightning Bug? Lightning Bug might be kind of cute. I was like, oh yeah, that would be kind of cute. So I wrote it down, and it just kind of stuck. And now everybody in the league calls me Bug. I've been around roller derby ever since 2005, and I've been going to the games. I officially retired from Ohio Roller Derby, OHRD, in very early January of 2018. Back then, my in-laws were kind of sick, and we were going to be out of town most weekends, and so I couldn't actually commit to helping the league any longer. Several times a week and for games. So I officially retired in 2018. Um, and anyway, I will show you, let me share this again for you. Actually, I'm going to go back to this scene. Let me unshare this. Hold on. I'm going back to this other scene here. And I will do this. So this picture here is a photo from a photo shoot. One of the league's friends, who was outside the skating group, he was a photographer, like an early photographer. He was in his early photographer career, and he had a shared studio at a building here in town, and he was looking to build up his portfolio. So he was asking the roller derby skaters, whoever was interested, to come down for a photo shoot. And I had never been to a photo shoot. I didn't know what the heck to wear, so I had on a pair of black jeans. They were like a stretchy kind of jeans that were just elastic waisted. I had the black things on my hands were just arm sleeves that one of the other skaters that was there with me that day gave me. I had the white shirt on. I actually had a glow necklace on, because Lightning Bug, my whole thing was glow in the dark stuff. So I had this glowing necklace on, and I had my hair kind of pulled back. I had really long hair. My hair was down to my butt. You can kind of see that in the picture, but I had really long hair at that point in time. And I didn't know what the hell to do. And I had my skates with me. And so when I got ready for my part of the photo shoot that afternoon, I was like, I have no idea what to do. So he's looking around the studio for props for me to use. He gave me a broom, and there was some other stuff that he had. I had a bat at one point in time. And then he set the stool kind of in the middle, and he was going to have me sit on the stool and like kick my feet up with my skates on. You can see I have my skates on in the picture, but he was going to have me sit on the stool and kick my feet up. And I was like, I don't feel like like sitting on the stool. Let me do some other things. So I picked up the stool and I had it over my head like this with the seat kind of resting on my head. He goes, you know what? Put it on your shoulder. So I put it on my shoulder and I was skating around and just acting kind of tough, like a brawler, a bar brawler. And he started taking pictures. And this was the most favorite picture of mine from that photo shoot. And so I gave permission for the league to use it. So this was kind of my my one of my early roller derby pictures. So anyway, this little blurb. My years with Ohio Roller Derby, I was on we had 4 original home teams the first season in 2006. We had the Sprockets, which were the space team, which was the team I was on. We had the Takeouts, which was the ninja team, as in Chinese takeout. So we had the ninjas. Then we had the Black Eye Bullies, which were the schoolyard bullies. So, they had shirts with their arms ripped off and they had, black eyes and stuff like that. And they had baseball, they, kind of came out with baseball bats and stuff. They were like the schoolyard bullies. And then we had the Band of Brawlers, which is like the Band of Brothers, but the Band of Brawlers. So the Sprockets, the team colors for the Sprockets that year were light blue and silver. The Takeouts were yellow and red and black. The Black Eye Bullies were dark blue and black, or blue and black, kind of like the Facebook blue. And the Band of Brawlers were camo green and hot pink. So anyway, the first season, the Sprockets, the team that I was skating on, we never won a game the entire season. So the very last, all of our home games were two games. So there were 4 teams. So each of the 4 teams played against each other each time we had a game, and we had a game about once every month. And it was open to the public. We were skating downtown at the convention center. So that was kind of interesting. So we were skating on a polished cement floor, which was kind of fun. We had a lit track. So every game we had to go and set up the track. We'd go there at like 9 or 10 in the morning. The doors would open around 4. Our games would be around 5, and we'd get done around 9 or 10. So it was an all-day experience being downtown at the convention center to set up for these things. Very tiring, very, very long hours. And anyway, that whole season, my team, the Sprockets, we never once won a game. So at the end of the season, we had playoffs and finals. So the last game was the playoffs and the finals. So the last 2, the teams in 3rd and 4th place, ended up playing each other, which for us was the Black Eye Bullies and the Sprockets, my team. The Sprockets being the team that had the least amount of wins. We didn't have any wins going into that final match. We didn't have any wins going into that final match. We played the Black Eye Bullies, who had at least 1 or 2 wins through the season. And then the Band of Brawlers played the Takeouts. No, it was the Bullies and the Takeouts. Anyway, we were in 4th place out of 4 teams. The only game we won was to take 3rd place that season. And after that game, the entire roller derby league dogpiled us on the track to help us celebrate our only win of the season to take 3rd place for the league that year. It was a great experience. So that's what this little blurb was. This was put up on the Ohio Roller Derby Facebook page. So this is Scarlet Fury. She is the lady that actually started the Roller Derby League here in Columbus. She is going to be there. And then this is Violet Crime. She is the one down kind of on her knees. She's the Black Eye Bully. She is skating here in this picture against Holly Hot Wheels, who was one of our star skaters on our team. But Violet Crime, she didn't know how to skate. She had never learned how to skate when she first started with roller derby, and she became one of the greater blockers for our league. Anyway, So on, let me see if I can find it here. Here we go. So here is the game information for the March 29th bout coming up for Ohio Roller Derby. It's versus Black and Bluegrass of Kentucky and the Cincinnati Roller Girls at Kasich Hall, the Ohio Expo Center. You can still get tickets to the game. If you go to OhioRollerDerby.com, I believe is where you can get the tickets, or you can look them up on Facebook. The Facebook page is Ohio Roller Derby. Here it says Ohio Roller Derby. You can look them up here. You can get your tickets at OhioRollerDerby.simpletix.com. And be there at the game on March 29th. They are doing a special event for all the alumni coming back. I will be there. I have a season ticket, so I've been at all the games so far this year. But I will be there again. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll have my Sprockets smock, because we skated in handmade smocks that first season, and they became kind of iconic with everybody in the league. We were also called the Smockettes because of our smocks. They were kind of pretty funny, actually. So I will have my smock there with me because I still have it. So March 29th, we are doing a game at the Kasich Hall at the Ohio Expo Center. That is the fairgrounds where the Ohio State Fair happens. So get your tickets and come out and see us there. We look forward to seeing you, and I look forward to seeing you if you're interested in that. So I'm going to go back to this other setup. So there we go. Anyway, so yes, roller derby, it's a big part of my life. I don't have my other roller derby hoodie down here. Otherwise, I would show you. But anyway, that is what is going on with me. So I told you I didn't have very much in the way of stitching to show you. I have some numbers for February. So for the month of February, I only worked on 3 projects. I had 3 projects that I worked on for a total of 969 stitches. In January, I only had 1,422 stitches on 6 projects. But for the month of January or February, I only worked on 3 projects for 969 stitches. The most I stitched on was the BDL XXX stitch, the Santa Claus one that I started the beginning of February as a Sal with the BDL XXX stitch group on Facebook. I didn't bring that one down here with me because I showed it in my last video that I did last month. That one I put in 533 stitches. The least I put in was a Mid-Amish Life. I have that down here to show you. So far for the month of March, I've only worked on 1 project, and I've only worked on that project for about 130 some stitches. So I haven't done very much stitching at all this month for you. So I will actually get out that and show you now. So Amid Amish Life. This is the Amish piece that you may have seen others working on. This was published in the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts Needlework magazine in 1987 as a 3-part piece. I am squishing all 3 parts together to make one big piece. So this is part 1 is from here this way, and part 2 is this part of the house going this way, and then part 3 is somewhere over here. But I wanted to show you, I actually got all the white stitching in the house done. So you can see all the white stitching of the house. This face of the house is done now. Looking forward to it. There is an Amish lady right here in this open spot. You can see she's got her arm up, and there's a post coming down here. She is hanging the quilts on the line. I have a lot of backstitch that I have to stitch in this because I have to backstitch all the roofing tiles. I have to backstitch all the siding on the house. There is a lot of backstitch. There's a lot of backstitch in this area, a lot of backstitch here. Down here, this is a picnic blanket with two Amish kids sitting on it. There's some chickens roaming around down here. And then over this way, in part two, you have an Amish buggy. You have the family farm sign. There's some smoke coming off the chimney right here. This is the part of the chimney that I have to finish. There's some smoke coming off of here and some more clouds over here. And then this is the chimney of the house that I have to start doing. I have to finish up down here and put in the grass. And then there's a border that goes along the top. I can show you, I think, what the piece looks like. That is that. I don't know if this is part two. Let me see if I can dig out part three. So this is the maybe part three. I don't know. Let me see. Is this the one that has the full color, blurb? Yeah. So this is what a mid Amish life is going to look like, all fully completed. So this was published in 3 issues of the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine from 1987. I am squishing them all into one big piece. And so you can tell I've gotten a majority of this one done, and I've gotten all the white in the house and the cellar door and everything. So I still have to do the chimney, and there's trees and stuff in the background here that I have to do. And there's also a border that goes across the top and along the bottom that I still have to do. So I've been working on this for quite a while. I'm loving this piece. It's been great fun. I've got a lot of compliments on it. I think it's Blitz Stitcher. It might be Blitz Stitcher. He finished this a year or two back. He was actually working on this as well. He did finish this. I don't know if he was working off of the leaflet pattern or if he was working off of the magazine pattern. Leisure Arts, I believe it was Leisure Arts, did publish this as a leaflet many years ago that you can sometimes find online. But I have the three magazine parts of this piece that I am stitching this with. I am stitching this on a piece of 32 count Mercedes Lugana, 32 count Mercedes Lugana fabric from Picture This Plus. So the fabric, the whole reason why I chose the fabric, if you can kind of see it, so especially up here, you can kind of see that there's blue and it kind of looks like clouds, which is why I picked this fabric, because some of the openness up here, it's mostly full coverage except for some bits up here. Other than that, pretty much everything in the main part of the piece is all full coverage. This is a Garan Toten Bags Graham Guard that I've had for a while, and then just it's in my Q snaps, and I love cross stitch. Or a cross stitch magazine and a Camp Goddess Stitch needle minder. So I just have these 2 needle minders on there. The reason why I have the Camp Goddess Stitch on here is because Camp Goddess Stitch is the local needlework shop's cross stitch retreat that happens in Amish country here in Ohio every year. So the first Amish Camp Goddess Stitch that I went to, I took this with me because we were going to be stitching. We were going to be in Amish country. So I took this with me to work on it. And at that point in time, the first retreat, I was only working on these quilts down here. I didn't have all of this done. But I wanted to let you know that this week I actually did finish the white in the house, in this facade of the house, or this facing of the house. So I finished all the white stitching in the house. But I also, when I first started stitching this month, I didn't have any of the flower box under this window done. So I stitched the flowers in the flower box and finished up the white of the house. So that is that. It's a mid-Amish life. That is the only piece I have worked on so far for cross stitch. Now, if you watch my channel before, you know that I also have kind of delved into some punch needle. So I had these two Christmas ornament punch needles patterns that I had picked up from my local needle workshop here in Columbus, Cross My Heart. They also sell punch needle kits, little kits that you can do. So I had these Christmas ornaments that was number 23 and 24, I believe. And one of the ladies at that works at the cross stitch shop reached out to me when she saw my post on there that I had finished the two Christmas ornaments last year. She reached out to me and she said, I have the remaining set or most of the remaining set of all the other 22 Christmas ornaments. Would you be interested in the set? Because she wasn't going to punch them. She had them, but she wasn't going to punch them. And so when she reached out to me, she said, I'll make a deal with you. Give you a good price for the remaining set. And then she ended up throwing in an extra little punch needle kit, which was this little kit here. So she had this in here, which included the frame and the little punch needle thing. It had the floss and the pre-printed fabric. And I dug this out last month. And she also had the frame. So this little frame, turn it right side up. This little frame she had with it as well. And so I actually worked on it in February and finished punching it. So this is the punch needle to go in the into the frame. So this is the frame. So this little punch needle thing will fit inside the frame. So, but it is a little Hershey's Kiss. I thought about maybe taking out the white in the little tag from the Hershey's Kiss and making it silver instead. But I think I kind of actually like this. So when I punched this, it's a very simple, I think it's only about like a 3" by 3" punch needle piece. And this is on weaver's cloth. It came with the actual kit. So the kit came with the fabric that had the pattern already printed on it. It came with the DMC floss. I did have to add extra DMC floss to this because there wasn't enough for the setting that I use on my punch needle tool for this. But it's very, 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 very cute. So to do the green heart or the green dots, the dark peak heart, the Hershey Kiss, and the little white tag on the Hershey Kiss, I had my punch needle set at the setting 3. So I punched those on a setting of 3. The light pink background inside the heart and around the outside, I punched that on a setting of 2. So if you look at it, you can see that the pink and the green and the Hershey Kiss looks a little raised. It looks a little raised up. That's because it is. It's on a different height setting. So 2 and 3 are kind of my go-to punch settings on my ultra punch needle. I do use an ultra punch needle because I have been punching with embroidery thread and using the smallest needle that comes with the punch needle, the ultra punch needle. But anyway, so I did finish this in February. And we will get this. Yep, we will get this framed up into the frame that I got from Kathy. So it will be going into this very soon, hopefully. So that was the only other thing that I worked on for February was getting this nice little punch needle kit done. So this punch needle kit came from Pine Mountain Designs, and this is the Punch and Cookie Club for February. I'm not sure when this kit came out and if they even still have this series yet. I would like to find the other series. because I think these would be really neat double pillows. And I wouldn't mind actually doing this again. I actually have the pattern that I could do it again. Um, but anyway, and there is a recipe for the shortbread kisses there as well. But I don't know if Pine Mountain even has this available, but the frame also came from Pine Mountain as well. Um, yeah, it's just a piece of cardboard on the back. So you take out the back and you can mount it to the back and then put it back in the frame and it will fit in there. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked up the series, the Punch and Cookie Club series, um, with Pine Mountain to see if they're even still available. If anybody happens to know, just let me know and I will be more than willing to work with you on getting a hold of the rest of whatever series this may have been through Pine Mountain. So that is all I have for you. And that's really all the stitching updates that I have to show for you. Um, so far this month, I've only worked on a mid-Amish life, and I've only stitched 3 days so far this entire month of March. No, that's not true because I stitched last night, Thursday night. No. When did I stitch? Thursday night. I don't know how much I stitched on Thursday night. I do, but I don't. That's kind of crazy. So I did stitch on Thursday night, but I did not stitch last night, and I'm probably not stitching tonight just because I want to get into some gaming. Um, but anyway, for plans. So if you've watched my channel, you know that I have been attempting to participate in a bunch of different Facebook challenge groups. WhipGo, so I can show you this because I don't think I knew that. WhipGo, this is my WhipGo bingo board. I completed the 2 January ones. Those are the blue squares. The February ones are the 2 pink squares here and here, and the March ones are these green squares, Stitch on a Neglected Cell, and a full coverage project. So I'm going to be doing the stained glass Hello Kitty because it is my birthday month. FYI, my birthday is Tuesday the 18th, so it's coming up in 3 days. I have Monday and Tuesday off this week, which is really good for me. I'm going to enjoy St. Patty's Day off and also my birthday. I have to go get the tags for my car and my driver's license renewed, so that is on the agenda. But February, one of the squares, this one here, was draw a Black Needle Society prompt card and stitch the prompt. Well, the Black Needle Society prompt card that I picked. So I have these 2 Black Needle Society decks. I have the one from the Hogwarts, the Proclamation Educational Decree deck instructions, and then I have the BNS Stitching Challenge deck from a couple of years ago. I decided to pick one out of the Hogwarts deck, and I'm not entirely thrilled with the prompt that was selected because the card that I picked out was a project with the Slytherin colors. So I had to look up what Slytherin colors were, and they are green and silver. Now, I could very well stitch on aquamarine because there's shades of green in there, which I might actually still do. But I thought about maybe just picking another card and maybe from this one instead. I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Um, I dislike the author. I'm not going to mention their name. I dislike the author, and I have never started reading the books, nor will I ever start reading the books at this point, just because I don't like the author. I got these because they came from Black Needle Society, and as far as I know, they didn't have to pay royalties for any of this. I could be wrong, but they had already had these made from one of their Hogwarts boxes. So I picked them up just so I could have both the Stitching Challenge decks from Black Needle Society to have the set. And I figured, what the heck? I might as well just pick one of these. So I might stick with the green and silver for Slytherin for the square number 8 whip go for February, but I may actually just take the deck and pick a new card. So if you'd like me to pick a new card, um, or if you think I should pick a new card, or if you think I should go with the green and silver Slytherin colors and maybe do aquamarine, or find another piece, maybe a new start that has green, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you say I need to pick a new deck, um, either choose the BNS Stitching Challenge deck that is not Harry Potter related, or the Harry Potter Proclamation Education Decree themed deck to pick a new prompt. So pick which one that you want me to pick a prompt from, if you want me to pick a new card, or put in there that you want me to keep the Slytherin selection for this project. So I would like your input below, please. Just leave me a comment and let me know what you think. That would be greatly appreciated. And then in my next video, I will consider changing that. So for March, March's squares were number 9, which is Stitch on a Neglected Sal, and number 24, which is a full coverage project. I will be stitching on Stained Glass Hello Kitty. I don't have a picture of that here. And I don't have it down here with me because I didn't bring it down here. But that is a full coverage piece that I'm working on. I'm doing that on 32 count easy count fabric, 1/1/10 stitch. It is one that I restarted last year, and I started it on my birthday 2 years ago. So that is kind of my birthday start. So the full coverage project this month is going to be Stained Glass Hello Kitty, and then the Neglected Sal. I have a couple of different ones I can work on. I haven't decided yet. So I have an Animal Crossing one that I can work on. I have a Haunted Mansion one that actually needs some love because I don't think I stitched on the Haunted Mansion one at all last year. I don't think I stitched on Animal Crossing last year either. There is the Sing a Sampler series that I was selling with Kelly Green with Don't Run with Scissors. I've put in a lot on that towards the end of last year, so I'm probably not going to be selecting that one for a Neglected Sal. There is also Jack de Lantern, which is the pumpkin head portrait guy that I am doing a stitch along with Kelly Green of Don't Run with Scissors again. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that or if I'll pick something else going on. I don't know what I'm going to pick for those just yet. So I haven't actually even started stitching for any of my March things, let alone done any of the February ones. The Amid Amish Life, I have to do 500 in that. And I've done about 200 or so, give or take. So I've got about 250 to 300 more for Amid Amish Life to do. And then I haven't picked the second one for the February. So I am actually 4 projects behind on this. Kelly Green with Don't Run with Scissors. She is a admin moderator in Whip Warriors, which is a closed Facebook stitching challenge group. They open up Whip Warriors to new people every year at the end of the year. And I joined at the end of last year because I wanted to get involved. And then I decided over Christmas break and into the beginning of January that I was stretched way the hell too thin in 2024 because I was attempting to participate in way too many cross-stitch challenge groups. And so I had all this tracking. So in my planner pages, you can see I have all this stuff set up, and you can see here an example of the different tracking I was trying to do. So these were all the cross stitch groups that I was trying to stitch for, the amounts I had to stitch each day or on that day, the goals that I was trying to stitch, what I've already stitched, and whether or not I've posted finished pictures, start pictures and finished pictures. So I was attempting to do this every day. And I was finding through last year that I was tracking way the hell too many groups. So in this one alone, on Thursday, I was doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I was tracking on this day, even after cutting back the amount of Facebook challenge groups I was participating in. For this one particular day's stitching, I was trying to track for 14 different Facebook groups what I was stitching. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to be pairing back. Part of why I'm wanting to pair all these different Facebook challenge stitch groups that I'm in, one of the reasons why I wanted to pair that back is because if you look here for March, look at all these no stitching days in here. It's because I don't have the tracking ready. I don't know which groups I want to track, which groups I don't want to track, which groups I want to participate in, and which groups I don't want to participate in anymore. So I'm just not stitching, you guys. I'm not stitching. My stitchy bug has kind of flown the coop, so to speak. And I would really prefer to get back to where I want to stitch. And I don't want to track anymore. Um, that being said, there are a couple of things that I'm going to stick with. Whip Go, it's a pretty easy thing, only 2 projects a month. I can do this pretty easy. It's 500 stitches each project a month. I can do that. So I'm going to keep up with that. My friend Kelly Green with Don't Run with Scissors, she, like I said, she is a modmin of Whip Warriors, which is now a closed Facebook group for the year. They have a lot of well-known challenges and a lot of people participate in them. But she is doing a game based on Survivor. So there is Australian Survivor and American Survivor. She is stitching based on the TV shows. So what happens in the TV shows determines what she is stitching. She came up with kind of rules, or I don't know if this was from Whip Warriors, but I have since backed out of the Whip Warriors group, so I am no longer active in the group and no longer a group member. But I came up with this kind of tracking sheet for American Survivor stitching. So I picked 4 whips, 1 for each team, and then 1 for idols or advantage stitching. So you can see here my orange team for Siva was Jack-o'-lantern. My purple project is Be the Good. My green project is Stained Glass Hello Kitty, and my idol project is Amid Amish Life. So depending on what happens in that week's episode determines what I am stitching, what I should be stitching on. And I have a lot of stitching to catch up with so far. What I determined before this week's episode and then even after this week's episode. So for Survivor, for Be the Good, I have 400 stitches that I need to put in for that for the last 3 weeks. For Jack-o'-lantern, I have 400 stitches to put in for that. Stained Glass Hello Kitty, I have 600 stitches I need to put in for that. And Amid Amish Life, I have 400 stitches that I need to put in for that. Yeah, so I have a lot of stitching in that. So I may keep up with that and just do those projects until Survivor is done, and then just work on WhipGo. So far, Kelly's Survivor thing that may be a part of Whip Warriors, I'm not really sure. I'm just loosely basing it on the information that Kelly gave in her FlossTube video a couple weeks ago when she started. She's also watching Australia Survivor and stitching based on that. So there's that. There's another group that I am in called Fun with Cross Stitch. They have a holiday, they're doing a holiday travel thing where they have this spreadsheet that lists these different locations. I have selected the easy thing. So if you see there, like each location has a certain amount of stitches to do for it. And they're all roughly about 200 stitches. And then over here, there are photo opportunities that you can opt to do, and they give you the stitches for that. So since I have this sheet, I can track this, and this is pretty much just any project I choose to work on. I can use this tracking sheet to do that. Um, if you go to free cross stitch challenge group, that's FREE capitalized. They have, if you get on their email list every month at the end of the month, they will send you the Stitcho board and the file for the next month's stitching thing on the last day of the month. And this is this month's Stitcho board. So different prompts that you can stitch on. Most of this month's board is a little different. So this one is stitch 162 stitches in a day, again, again, again. So basically the lower half of this board is 162 stitches a day for all of these days. I have not yet made 162 stitches for it, and I haven't done any of the prompts up on the Stitcho board. But if you go to the free cross stitch challenge group and you get on the email list, you will get this file through email every month. Or you can go purchase the planner from Creatively Crafting and get these for the entire year. The last 2 years I bought the planner. This year I opted not to, because I was in Whip Warriors, and I was gonna be purchasing a couple of things through Whip Warriors that I wanted to free that money up for. And I just decided not to purchase the planner for this year. But anyway, I'm getting these in the mail every month. So there is that. So Stitcho also gives you a stitching goal. The goal is 5,000 stitches. I'm only at 200, and it's about the middle of the month. I don't think I'm getting close to 5,000 stitches unless I get into my full coverage projects that are all done in tent stitch and get working on this. I haven't made that stitching challenge in a long time. I'm also gonna probably be staying involved in the Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge group. Since this is my birthday month, this is my thing. My zodiac is Pisces. So my acrostic is Pisces, Pisces, and I have picked out 2 projects to stitch for this so far. The theme up here is Celebrate. I haven't picked out what that's for. So I'm probably going to be doing that. And then they also have the normal Magazine Monthly Challenge monthly theme and acrostic. March's theme is Crystal, and the acrostic is Sparkle. As you can see, I have the same 2 projects, Stained Glass Hello Kitty and Mid Amish Life, picked out for this, that are also part of the Survivor Challenge. So although I'm still stitching for challenge groups, I don't think I'm going to be stitching much more. For full coverage fanatics, I am on a team, and we're trying to stitch to get to the moon, but they have to be on full coverage projects. I haven't worked on a full coverage project since I picked up Aquamarine by Carolyn Manning in January, and I'm sorely way behind in stitching for that group. I apologize, but my stitching bug hasn't been there this year, you guys. Sisky Stitches creates a bunch of different games and stuff to progress on their stitching. They also have an acrostic that they've been doing. This week's acrostic for Sisky Stitches is Shadows, as you can see. Last week's was Thunder. I haven't really participated in them. I have the tracking sheets for them, but I'm not. So far, I haven't been actively participating in that. So I kind of have this list of some things. I pared it down. This list used to be 2 sheets long. So I'm doing WhipGo, Magazine Monthly, Semi-Sane Stitchers, which is also, I think, kind of a closed group now. I've been in Semi-Sane for a couple of years now, and they have different monthly events. For this month, since it is my birthday month, I do 5 sets of 50 stitches over 5 days. 5 sets of 50 stitches over 5 days. or I guess that's maybe it's not over 5 days, but 5 sets of 50 stitches for 5 points, maybe. I don't know. But I have to do the 555 stitching for semi-sane. Um, 24 hours of cross stitch. They have an acrostic. This month is called Dicey Mission. Then I have daily cross stitch and cross stitch 25/7. Daily cross stitch is the goal. The whole goal or purpose of that is to stitch 50 stitches a day. I am nowhere close to 50 stitches a day at this point. And cross stitch 25/7 is to stitch 25/7 or 25 stitches 7 days a week. So basically 25/7. So Siski Stitches, the other group I'm currently also kind of half participating in is Pop Culture. So they have a monthly acrostic. I'm also doing how many, which is a yearly challenge, is just to see how many stitches you can do in a year. So that one's an easy tracking. And then I'm on a team in Survival of the Stitch Village. I don't have on here Full Coverage Fanatics, the fact that I'm on Celestial Moon Raiders as a team, and we're trying to stitch to the moon on full coverage. But yeah. So my participation in so part of the problem I'm having, my participation in Facebook challenge groups last year was overwhelming. And so towards the end of the year, I found that I wasn't stitching because I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready to track my stitching. And I was getting to the point where I'd spend 2 hours trying to write down everything I was tracking for my stitching, and then I'd go to stitch, and it would be like almost 11 p.m. And I'd be like, I'm going to want to not be stitching in half an hour. I don't want to stitch now. And so I wouldn't. And then I wouldn't be ready the next day either. Then I wouldn't be ready the next day. Then I wouldn't be ready the next day. And then I just stopped stitching because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to track. I hadn't tracked, and I just didn't know what to work on. And I kind of lacked my motivation. So that's where I'm at with this. And that's one of the reasons why I'm looking to simplify my stitching. I was intending to simplify my stitching and not add anything else and subtract even more from my plate. But then my friend Kelly Green started survivor stitching, and I was like, I can do that. Sure. Yeah. So I added that, took away a bunch of stuff, added that. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of still feeling a little FOMO. I'd like to continue working with everything, but I'm actually still looking at paring back some of the groups that I'm actually actively participating in because although I hate to lose contact and the ability to join in when I can, um, I'm just not getting stitching done, you guys. My stitchy bug this year is tanked really bad. So stitching plans. I am hoping to pare back some of my stitching to get back into the stitching thing. I have really enjoyed stitching on A Mid-Outlash Life. I'm hoping to get part 1 finished. I don't know if I'll get the top and bottom border done, but I'm hoping to get part 1 finished at least up to this part of the house. So I'd like to get all of the goings on down here finished, and then finish the chimney here and the sky part with the tree. There's some tree and stuff back here. I'd like to do that. Since Tuesday is my birthday, I am contemplating a new start. So I have had this kit from Charting Creations since I believe 2023. I bought this as a kit because I bought a diamond painting with this. Jasmine Beckett Griffith. This is artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She is one of my most favorite artists. I've met her. I met her at downtown Disney out in California, in 2019 when I was out there helping my mom when my stepdad passed away. This was charted by Charting Creations, and they provided all the floss for me, and I ordered the 32 count easy count fabric in. But I got the chart pack with the floss from Charting Creations. And since I had the diamond painting, I did order the diamond painting through a Chinese company, so it wasn't really licensed, but now she's opened her artwork up. And because Charting Creations got the licensing for this, and I knew they were gonna pay her royalty. I ordered this kit from Charting Creations, so at least she would get some of the royalties for my purchase of this piece. So I am looking forward to getting started on this year. I don't know if this will be my birthday start for this year. I don't know. I'd like it to be. This might be my birthday start on Tuesday. But I have the fabric and the floss and everything ready to go. She's all ready to go. One of the other things I thought I would bring out, I started this, I believe, last year. This piece is called Spring Awakens. This is by Summer House Stitch Works. My local needlework shop here in Columbus, Carol Grant, one of the owners, she had picked out a pink fabric and stitched this in spring colors instead of stitching this in the browns, blues, and kind of rose colors that it was charted for. And I really liked that idea. So I went and got the pink fabric that she stitched it on, which is Color and Cotton Fruit Punch. I am stitching this on 36 count. This is where I got started on when I started this. I am splitting it up into 4 colors. So I've gotten the 4 colors on here. I am using Mo Sail Silk, or this cotton. I'm using Mo Sail Cotton Hanks for this. Mo Sail. If you watched my videos with my mom over Christmas time, our 12 days of Christmas unboxing videos, we get the 12 days of Christmas boxes from Mo Sale, and we do the unboxing videos for everybody for our channel. I've been collecting Mo Sale flosses for quite a while. I have a nice collection of Mo Sale flosses, and I thought these the peach, the green, the blue, and the yellow would be really pretty spring colors. So this is where I'm at so far in this. This is Spring Awakens. I dug this back out to work on it because we're getting into spring now. So I will be working on that. I started this April 5th of last year. So I'm hoping to maybe work on that as well. And also in my bag of goodies. So yeah. I have a couple of Erica Michaels. I have Erica Michaels Easter Baby's Berry and the Silk and the Linen Berry. And I believe I have the flosses to stitch them. And the Silk Berry, this one comes with the 40 count silk gauze. So I may actually work on starting that. I don't know. I got lots to do. Fireside Originals, Carol Grant, the co-owner of Cross My Heart here in Columbus. She has these two Easter chicks patterns that I might actually start. I don't know. They're kind of winter chicks though. She does have the Easter chicks. Do they have? Yes, these ones. The a pair of Easter chicks. I may actually get these started. I think those would be cute. I kitted this up with the flosses that I wanted to use, the colors that I wanted to use. And I'm going to be stitching this on this light lavender. This is Peaceful by Picture This Plus. Yep. It's called Peaceful by Picture This Plus. So I will be stitching these on that using the called for flosses. Lots of fun colors in there. Yeah. So I may be doing that. That may be a new start. That would be kind of fun. Yeah. So also, the first weekend in April, April 4th, 5th, and 6th, Mom and I will be going back up to Warren, Ohio for this spring stitch-in. One of the Facebook groups I'm in, the Western PA Eastern Ohio stitching group, one of the ladies in the group hosts a retreat every year in the spring and the fall up in Warren, Ohio. Um, Mom and I we went to the first one in the fall of 23, and then we went to both of them last year, the spring and the fall one this year, or in 24. And then this year we're going to both of them, hopefully. The spring one is April 4th, 5th, and 6th. The fall one, we're not really sure when it's going to happen just yet, and we're not sure where because the hotel that she normally has this retreat at is going to be under construction in the fall next year. And the stitching room, the only real kind of banquet conference room that they have big enough for 50 people, is going to be holding all their construction materials for their renovations. So we're not going to be able to stay there, nor will we be able to stitch there. So the fall stitch in this year is going to be moved. Hopefully it'll still be in that same general area because it's a really nice area. There's lots to shop, lots to eat, lots to do there. And the um, retreat is actually relatively cheap compared to other stitching retreats you go to. Um, but anyway, we're going to the spring stitch and retreat up in Warren, Ohio, up near Youngstown, April 4th, 5th, and 6th. So we're really looking forward to that. That's coming up. So we've got to kind of get planning for that. I don't really have any other stitching plans to show. Oh, yeah. I needed to show you some haul though. What's that? Oh, yeah. So my computer went to sleep. I don't know that was kind of weird. My computer went to sleep. So I don't know what you saw, what you didn't see. Anyway, um, Joann's is closing. I went to one of our Joann's a couple of weeks ago that I knew was closing. Because I had a gift card that I needed to use up. This was at the end of February, and I need to make sure that I could use it up. One of the things I purchased at Joann's was this Dimensions Holiday Truck Ornaments Kit. This has the perforated plastic in it and the floss. I thought this was really cute. I had a gift card, so I bought it. I think it was like 10% or 20% off. It wasn't a big sale off, but they did have one, so I bought it. So I do have this Dimensions kit at some point that I'm probably going to work on. This may be this may be a nice retreat piece that I just pack up and take with me because I have everything to go. And Um, those of you that know and that have been watching me for a while, I am in the Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month um, thing, and I got my February Fabric of the Month at the end of February. This one is called Frozen Lake. I get 40 count. I've been stitching a lot on 36 and 40 count because I like using one strand of floss over two. This one is called Frozen Lake. It's the February Fabric of the Month. I don't know if the camera is going to wash out, but it is oh, that's pretty neat. It is a very pretty shade of blue, Frozen Lake. Very pretty shade. So yeah, there it is, Frozen Lake. Um, I really love this fabric that Be Stitch Me uh, does for 40 count. It's like stitching with butter. One of the things we're all going to have to be aware of going forward. Oh, look, I'm at an hour and 13 minutes, you guys. But one of the things we're going to have to watch out for going forward, a lot of the stitching fabric that companies use comes from Canada. And well, under the current administration, here in Columbus or in the US, the current administration is pulling all kinds of stupid shit. And because of the current administration, we as cross stitchers may not be able to get any more of our supplies here in the US, let alone get the fabric to dye that we need. Because a lot of the distributors overseas go through the Canada to get to us. So, get stuff while you can. Prices are definitely going up. FYI, prices are definitely going up. And there may come a time when we can't get anything here in the US, which is going to really suck. So, I have, I'm building a stash of fabric, thank God. So today, last week was Nashville Needlework Market, and my local cross stitch store here in Columbus, Cross My Heart, they attended Nashville Needlework Market, and they had a big sale today. Welcome. This is their market day, so it's also their birthday. They were celebrating their birthday today. So Mom and I headed over this morning to go to Cross My Heart's Market Day and see what they brought back from market because we didn't pre-order anything. So I'm here to show you some of my market haul. One of the things I'm excited about, from market, they found the Sweet Pear Stacy Nash Designs 3-ounce lotion bar. They brought back 3 scents. They brought back laundry, like some sort of linen, fresh linen or something, sweet pear, and lavender. I picked up the sweet pear. This is what the lotion bars look like on the inside. It's a hard lotion bar, and they're wrapped in wax paper. I haven't actually opened it yet, just to see. So I am opening it up for the first time to see what it's like. It is a solid lotion bar. Very nice. So this is what the lotion bars look like. It's a puck. It's basically like a hockey puck, and you just warm it up with your hands and just rub your hands on it. I'm guessing that is the best way to do it. It has a nice feel. It's lotiony. I'm hoping that this is non-greasy for stitchers. This sweet pear scent is really, really beautiful. Has a nice feel on the hands. Scents the hands really nicely. I'm probably going to really like this. Many years ago, there was a company called Lavishea, Lavishea, Lavishea. They were selling a line of knitters and crocheters, lotion bars, solid lotion bars. And I fell in love with them. And you haven't been able to get them in years. And unfortunately, they were really good. So I've been hoping to find another one because they were made for knitters and stuff. They were also oil and grease free. So the lotion wouldn't get on your yarn and stuff like that. So they were great for cross stitchers, and they were also scented. I have a pear one and stuff. So I'm really glad to come up with another thing for this. So this is coconut oil, shea butter, beeswax, vitamin E oil, essential oil, and fragrance oils. So hopefully the oils in this will not stain and will not affect your cross stitch. This is a really lovely scent, the sweet pear. So these are retailing in my local needlework shop for $12.50. I don't know if you can get them cheaper online. So you can even get them direct, but this is from Stacy Nash Primitives. Stacy Nash Designs. Neat little thing. I recommend you get that. I love to stitch with John James Petite needles, but either last year or the year before, John James Petites stopped being in production. So I've been scrambling to kind of find a replacement. This is my Starbucks cup. My husband and I are still collecting clearance Starbucks cups. I am drinking iced coffee that I made using my Keurig. But they had these colonial tapestry petite needles in size 28. This is Colonial brand. I have never seen these, you guys, but these needles are tiny. I don't know if it's gonna, there we go. These needles are tiny, you guys. Tiny. All right. It's a pair of tweezers. These needles, let me put it over here. These needles are super duper tiny. Pair of tweezers. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Pair of tweezers. Ah, look how tiny these needles are. These needles are super tiny. So these are size 28s. I like stitching with size 28s because I use bigger count fabric. Um, but these needles are super duper tiny. I like petite needles, you guys, but I figured for 425 I would give them a shot and see. I have 5 needles. There's 6 needles. I have 6 needles to try. So I'll be trying out a new kind of needles. They also picked up some needle minders from a newer needle minder company called Beverly McCullough. Flamingo Toes. Her company is Flamingo Toes. Kimberly McCullough. Come on. There we go. Flamingo Toes. Look at this bunny, you guys. Look at him. He is so sweet. They had a fox one too. I almost got the fox as well. Stinking cute, you guys. Stinking, stinking, stinking cute. Got a new needle minder. Be Stitch Me, the Fabric of the Month Club company. They had a new set of spring flosses out. This is the spring silk pack. These are 10-yard skeins. Spring silk. They can tell you the colors. Let me dig these out. So we have the pink. The pink here is called Pearl Hand. This one, the orange, is called Cantaloupe. The yellow is called Chick Hand. The green is called Little Green Men Hand. That's funny. This is called Blizzard Hand. And this one is called Balance Hand. So pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So it's basically rainbow colors. The silk pack from Be Stitch Me. It's the spring silk pack. The interesting thing is, so they had about 8 or 10 sets of this, and looking at the sets up against each other, each one of the colors were slightly different in dye strength. So it probably depended on when they dyed it, what was in their water, what was in their dye, how much dye the floss absorbed, different atmospheric things. But anyway, Stitch Me floss pack. And then Classic Colorworks also brought out some new spring colors. And they also included it with this springtime pattern to use the floss colors. So I will pull these out. These are Classic Colorworks flosses. So I picked up the set of floss. So these are the colors. The first color is this nice one called Copper Penny. It's a nice kind of coppery color. This one, this pink one, is called Sparkling Rosé. Sparkling Rosé. This one is kind of a tannish. This is called Onion Skin. This one is called Green Tea. It's a nice pretty shade of green. These are all Classic Colorworks. And this one is called Apple Cider, a nice like orangey tan brown. So really nice, really spring-like colors here. Yep, those are showing up pretty well, actually. Nice set of colors for the Classic Colorworks. And then I was digging through some of their normal patterns that they have and they've had for a while. And I found a pattern that I have been wanting for a long time. Now, I have to add, that over the years I have supported this designer and her late mom. Um, I used to model stitch some of the patterns for this designer back in the day when the Carol, the co-owner of Cross My Heart, was coordinating model stitching um, for her designs. I model stitched a couple of things for her over the years in the past. Um, but because of certain things that have happened over the last several months with her and another designer, um, some allegations of impropriety that she has come up with. And her mom used to clash all the time when her mom was still alive about designer things. And she wasn't necessarily in the right about her opinions on certain things. And she came to head with another designer. I don't know if you guys really care, but anyway, she came to heads with another designer because she was accusing that other designer of stealing her artwork, which isn't true. They have similar styles, but they have very different artwork. So, um, as much as I grew to love some of this designer's patterns, and I have quite a few of this designer's artwork, I'm not necessarily, I have a lot of their patterns in my stash. I'm not and I'll stitch them, but I'm not necessarily out to actively support them. I really wanted this pattern. I've been wanting this pattern for a long time, and Cross My Heart had it today, so I went ahead and bought it. This is an old pattern that was, this one is copyright 2012, and it is called Santa. It is this one. It is full coverage with beads. I was tempted to buy the beads today, but then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, I'm stitching on 36 and 40 count. Beads that were intended to go on a 28 or 32 count fabric are not going to fit on a 36 or 40 count fabric. So when I get to the areas where the beads are supposed to go, I am probably going to be looking for alternatives to the beads, whether that be tinier beads than Mill Hill, seed beads and petite seed beads, or I'm going to be looking at metallic thread. I don't know if I'll go with Kreinik, or if, because, Kreinik's been sold, I don't know if I'll go with Kreinik, or, my camera did that again. My computer wants to go to sleep on me. Anyway, I will try and, find substitutions for the beads. I don't know if I can do that with the treasures because it looks like up in the hat. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Up in the hat, it looks like there's treasures up there. I may have to figure out something else to do there. But I have been wanting this cross stitch pattern for ages, and I finally have it. So this is going in my stash for something to do. This may be a new start very, very soon, probably this year, if not very, very soon, once I get the fabric for it. But I'm hoping to maybe do this on a 36 or 40 count. So I can do it over one thread over one or two. So yeah, that was my haul for today, my market haul, and a kind of not really a unicorn, but sort of a unicorn pattern for me, and all the stuff that I've got. So a little bit of haul, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Yeah, that is basically everything I have for you today. That was a little longer than I expected. I wasn't expecting this to be an hour and a half program, but so we have it. I had a lot to talk to you about. I had a lot to update you about, and I talked a lot about life. I don't know when my next video is going to be because I don't know how much the change of work schedule, being in the office 5 days a week, full time, is going to affect my ability and desire to even want to stitch. I have a lot of stuff that I'd like to do. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of activities. I reading, diamond painting, speed puzzling, puzzling in general. We still have to put our Christmas tree away. We still have to put my Christmas Lego village away. Uh, yeah, we have a lot of cleaning, a lot of spring stuff. When warmer weather comes, I've got to mow the lawn once a week, once every other week or so. Lots of stuff just going on. I don't know what my stitching is going to be like. I want to get punch needling done. Um, I have finishing that I need to do. You guys, I have finishing I want to do. Roller derby is the season has started. I haven't even really. Oh, one of the other things Mom and I did last weekend, Ohio State softball opened up their season with a tournament last weekend. I took Friday off that week. To go to the tournament with Mom. I bought tickets for Mom and I for Friday and Saturday. So we went to the Ohio State Buckeye Field here in town to watch a softball tournament. So we got to see 4 games. We could have stayed to see more, but it was a little cold last weekend. But we stayed for 2 games on Friday and 2 games on Saturday, and had a good time. Um, I finally got an Ohio State softball shirt and an Ohio State softball cap, baseball hat. So now I have Ohio State softball stuff to wear when I do go to games. I am not an Ohio State fan. I live here in Columbus, but I am not an Ohio State fan. There are too many crazy nuts here in Columbus that I don't have to be a crazy nut too. I don't have to like the team, even though sports teams around here don't do very well if they're not associated with the Ohio State University. It's just really sad, and it's the way it is. If it doesn't have a suck-eye attached to it, yes, I said it, I call them suck-eyes because I think they suck. But if it doesn't have Ohio State or suck-eye attached to it, um, sports teams tend not to do very well here. And that was part of the issue that Ohio Roller Derby has had over the last 20 years, because they're not Ohio State related. Yeah, we don't get a lot of the support that Ohio State, especially football, does. But up until last year, Ohio State softball games used to be free admission. Last year they started charging. They were $8 a game. It's relatively cheap if you think about it. For Ohio State sports, any Big Ten sporting event, a $10 game ticket is actually relatively cheap, and they had free parking. Well, because there was a tournament going on last weekend parking was $10 a day, which was kind of a pain in the butt. It was another $20 out of my pocket. But it was also a tournament. Each ticket was $12 for the day, and that got you 4 games, 4 softball games, which is 6 hours, 8 hours of softball. I mean, that's a lot. Um, so yeah, I don't mind paying that much for softball. I mean, it gets me to see teams that are going to be playing in the Women's College World Series coming up in June. Um, they're playing Nebraska this weekend, so I thought about maybe getting a ticket for tomorrow's game, but because of how today ended up, I'm not going to have time tomorrow to go to the game and get everything done. So there's that. Because Tuesday is my birthday, I actually have to get my driver's license renewed and get the tags for my car as well. I've been putting that off. I could have probably done it online and had them already, but I'm going to be doing that on Monday or Tuesday. But anyway, I was talking about that. So yeah, I'm not really an Ohio State fan. Roller derby is my favorite sport. Softball is my second favorite sport. LA Dodgers, I'm an LA Dodgers fan, so I do like the Dodgers, and I will kind of watch that. But this time of year, it's roller derby and softball. Roller derby and softball are my favorite sports, so I'll be watching that. But Mom and I did go to the softball tournament at Ohio State last weekend. That was a lot of fun. We got to see Texas play, the Texas Longhorns, so that was fun. Maybe they'll make it to the Women's College World Series this year. I don't know. Maybe Ohio State will make it this year. I don't know. So we shall see. I don't know if I'll be going to very many more softball games or not. They tend to start around 4 or 5 in the afternoon during the week, and then on weekends they're right around lunchtime. And I'd have to take like half days off of work, because I can't just, slip out in the afternoon and then like work extra at night, because I'm not working extra because they're requiring us to be in the office 8 hours a day. So I'm not working extra. So that means if I need to leave the office to go to a game, I'm going to be just taking a half day or a whole day off, which is going to eat up all my extra time off, because now I have to take time off to go to the doctor instead of adjusting my home schedule to work later in the evening so I can go to my doctor's appointments and stuff where you have to take the time off. That is another reason why I think this whole return to the office thing is bullshit. But, and there's another story that I have for you on that too. If you've been hearing rumors about the return to office with Jamie Dimon and about fish in building vents, I will come out and tell you the fish part of that story is true. The building and the fact they were placed in vents is not true, because the fish part of the story happened in the building that I'm working in. So I won't go into details about that, but that happened this past week, building I work in. Yeah, I'm not going to go into details, and you're probably wondering about that. But if you if you take little snippets of what I just told you and kind of do a Google search, you'll probably hear stuff about it. So 100% confirm the fish part of any story you might read or hear about that, the return to office and Jamie Dimon. The fish part is true. Where they were found and maybe what building they were in may not be true. I know the story because it happened where I work, and I know how they were found and I know where they were found. So yeah, anyway. Yes, there is that. And lots of stuff going on. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. It is going on an hour and 40 minutes. I'm sorry I kept you for this long. I'm sorry, not sorry. Hopefully you found something interesting here. You've gotten some inspiration to start something new. Hopefully, if you're local, kind of sort of local here to Central Ohio, and you can make it to the March 29th roller derby game down at the Ohio Expo Center where the state fairgrounds are, March 29th. Hopefully you can make it to the game. I will be there. I would love to see you if you would show up. I don't know exactly if they're going to be pulling us as alumni out for anything special during the games. I heard that they're planning on some things for us, but I don't know. Be on the lookout for that. So you get to see a lot of the original Ohio roller derby skaters, potentially on March 29th. So be there if you can. Other than that, we really don't have a whole lot going on other than next couple of weeks we're going to be spending getting ready to go to the stitching retreat the first weekend in April. And I'll be hopefully getting maybe a new birthday started here pretty soon. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Spring stitching is coming up. Need to get some stuff started for that. And just generally need to kind of get going and hopefully get my stitchy bug back because I've really missed it. And I also need to sit down and just, start figuring out what Facebook challenge groups I'm going to be kind of scaling back from very soon. Anyway, thank you very much for stopping by. I've enjoyed this talk that we've had tonight. Thank you for letting me share my experiences, share my stuff with you, and just share what's going on in my life. Share my roller derby history. I hope you enjoyed that. That's kind of interesting. I hope. And I'm just looking forward to spending time with you this year and getting to know you through our mutual hobbies and likes. Um, Again, if you click the notification bell, you'll be notified when I do upload new content. I was going to try and make this an every other week thing. I'm not going to promise anything because I just don't know what things are going to be like and how I'm going to feel over the next couple of weeks or months. So it may be intermittent, but just click the notification bell so you will be notified when I upload new content. One of the other things I'm trying to do too, I don't know if you saw the live video that went up last night, late last night. I am hoping to do streams, game streams on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. So if you don't know, I also have a Twitch channel, but I've been mainly using my Twitch channel just to watch game streamers. There's a couple of video games that I've been into most recently. One of them is Dinkum, which is the one that I kind of live streamed a little bit last night to test out the waters. I've been playing Palia. I've been playing The Sims 4, and there's a couple other ones, Black Desert and D&D Online. I've been playing those kind of on and off here and there a little bit. I have Coral Island downloaded, but I have not played it yet. And there's some other cozy games coming up that I'm really hoping to get into. So I'm hoping to stream some gaming on here on my YouTube channel and also on my Twitch channel if I can get the Twitch feed to work right. Because the software that I actually use to record these videos for you is called XSplit Broadcaster. I have the opportunity to stream live, and I have a plugin that allows me to stream live on multiple platforms, so I can do Twitch and YouTube. So I'm hoping to do that. As of right now, this is just going to be a hobby of mine, and I don't know how much I'll be actually gaming on here, but I will be doing game streams, so be on the lookout for those. And I don't know how well it's going to go. I may not get any watchers at all. We'll see how it goes though. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping to kind of get that going and play some games and give you a little bit of highlight into some of the other stuff I like to do. Other than that, I really don't have a whole lot going on. We are just kind of plugging along here and taking things easy. Dealing with situations outside our immediate family here, and hoping for the best, because things are changing here in the U.S. and not changing for the good. And there's just a lot of unknowns for this year coming up, actually for the next 4 years. So lots of turmoil, lots of stuff going on. Our American flag outside is still at half-mast, just because we are making a statement about the situation here in our country. We are not putting the American flag back at full mast, just because we don't think it deserves to be there. And our new flag is coming soon, so we'll be putting up our new flag to replace the American flag that we have up right now at half-mast. And our new flag is a Pride American flag. So when that gets up, that's going up full bore, as it should be. And yeah, so we do have that going up just because we have a lot going on. Hopefully you find a safe space. Know that if you need somebody to talk to, if suddenly you find a situation where your world and your support is no longer there, please reach out. I will do my best to help you in any way I can, even if that is to find you a place to go. If we can't be that place for you. You are important. You are wanted. You are loved. You belong, especially here. And we just hope that you can find the support you need. Just remember, um, I am still learning how to be a good ally. I may make mistakes, and I'm sorry for that. I'm still learning. Uh, Please be kind in helping me learn. And if I have to apologize ahead of time if I kind of say or maybe do something inadvertent that I don't know might be hurtful. I apologize. Um, Let me know constructively, and I will try and learn and do better. Uh, but just know that you are wanted, you are loved, you are welcome here with me, and I think together we can kind of help each other and work through things as best we can. So just know that I'm here for you, um, and yeah, we will see you soon. I don't know if I'll see you before the retreat in April. I may see you at the retreat in April. I may go live from there. I have no idea. Just really depends. I don't know what my schedule is going to look like the next couple of weeks and how much stitching I'm going to be getting done between now and then. Anyway, I am planning on getting off here tonight, start editing the video, and so I can upload it and then maybe get to playing some video games tonight. I don't think I'm going to stream tonight, but I'm going to be hopefully playing some video games tonight because I'm kind of missing that too. Anyway, take care, keep your head up, and keep moving forward. We're going to need all of the strength we can to get through the next 4 years. And hopefully we can do that together and help each other out. Um, um, yeah. Anyway, that's it. All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. And we'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye.